In moments from now, Recep Tayyip Erdogan will be sworn in as Turkey's president for the third time in a row. He was re-elected last weekend in a historic presidential runoff. He is also set to name his cabinet, which is expected to signal a change in his economic program. The longest-serving leader of Turkey garnered 52.2% support in the May 28th runoff vote. The new 5-year mandate allows Erdogan to pursue what have been increasingly authoritarian policies that have polarized the country, but also strengthened its position as a regional military power. The swearing-in ceremony before the General Assembly will be followed by a ceremony at the Presidential Palace. The event will be attended by high-level officials from 78 countries and international organizations, including NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg. Later today, Erdogan is set to name new ministers. He is likely to include the former economy chief, Mehmet Simsek, and this in his new cabinet would signal a potential return to more economic orthodoxy, including eventual interest rate hikes. Now, Simsek was highly regarded by investors when he served as the finance minister and the deputy prime minister between the years 2009 to 2018. In his victory speech, Erdogan said Turkey's most urgent issue is to address inflation. Inflation in the country hit a 24-year peak of 85% last year before easing. At the same time, NATO allies are anxiously waiting for Ankara to greenlight Sweden's drive to join the US-led defense alliance. The NATO members are pushing for Sweden's inclusion before a summit in July. Erdogan has been dragging his feet in approving the application, accusing Stockholm of sheltering terrorists of the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party. Now, the re-election of Erdogan has extended his 2-decade-long presence at the helm of power in Turkey. The seasoned statesman first became the prime minister in 2003 after his AK party won an election in late 2002, following one of the worst economic crises in the country. In 2014, he became the country's first popularly elected president and was elected again in 2018. He secured new executive powers for the presidency in 2017 referendum. Now, for the latest, joining us live is our guest, Ekrem Edi Cezaldere, who is a political analyst. Thank you for being with us. Now, President Erdogan will be taking the helm of a polarized Turkey. What are some of the biggest challenges that he is facing domestically?
Domestically, as you already mentioned, the biggest challenge of the coming weeks and months will be the economy, the inflation, unemployment, rising living costs, and it could be that, as you already mentioned, that Mehmet Şimşek will return to the cabinet. He's a well-respected economist, also abroad with Western and non-Western financial institutions, and he could bring back some of the trust that Turkey has lost in the coming months and years, and to attract again also more investment and financial contributions from international organizations.
Right, on that, there are a number of world leaders in Ankara to congratulate and celebrate with Erdogan at his swearing-in ceremony. What will the foreign policy of Turkey look like under Erdogan going into his third decade in power?
Yeah, since Erdogan has been in power for already so long, since 2003 as prime minister and 2014 as president, the main trend will be a continuity of his policy, both inside the country and abroad. So Turkey will continue playing both to the EU and Western institutions, but also to Russia and further east. So it will be a balanced foreign policy between the different poles, but probably a bit more eastward looking in the coming 5 years.
Right. Akram, thank you very much for being with us and bringing us all the latest on those elections and the swearing-in ceremony for new President Erdogan.
Wion, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.